Most people think fat loss fails because of some huge mistake, but the truth is way more uncomfortable. What holds you back are the tiny things you don't even notice. Little habits that feel harmless, choices you swear don't count, but they do. And when they stack up, they quietly push your progress backwards. When I was close to 300 pounds, I kept looking for a big explanation for why nothing worked. But the thing that kept me stuck was much smaller. Tiny blind spots I repeated every day without seeing them. And once I finally fixed them, the whole process changed. So let's go through 7 of these small mistakes, because I guarantee at least one of them is happening right now. 1, starting the day with no first meal plan. Most people don't realize this, but the first mistake that ruins their fat loss day happens before they even eat. When you wake up without knowing what your first meal will be, your whole day becomes unpredictable. And for someone whose body reacts strongly to food, that unpredictability turns into hunger swings, cravings, and constant second guessing. The problem isn't the meal itself. The problem is the decision you didn't make. If the first meal is random, the rest of the day follows the same pattern. If it's too heavy, your hunger jumps later. If it's too small, cravings take over a few hours after. And if you wait too long, you end up eating whatever solves the problem fastest, not what actually helps your progress. A pre-decided first meal fixes that. It sets the tone. It removes guesswork. It keeps your day steady instead of chaotic. It doesn't need to be a perfect meal. It just needs to be consistent. Eggs, a simple protein shake, yogurt with protein, chicken leftovers, anything predictable. Once the first meal is locked in, your hunger stays calmer, your energy stays steady, and the rest of the day becomes much easier to control. People don't fail because breakfast is wrong, but because breakfast is undecided. 2, confusing healthy with helpful. This one destroyed my progress for years. I was eating healthy all the time, and I thought that meant I was doing everything right. Nuts, peanut butter, whole grain bread, granola. But here's the truth. Nobody tells you some foods are healthy but completely unhelpful for someone who gains weight with almost nothing. Healthy means the food is good on paper. Helpful means it actually works for your hunger, your energy, and your goals. Those are 2 very different worlds. For people like us, some healthy foods turn hunger on instead of off. They digest fast, spike cravings, and make you eat again way sooner than you want. Once I separated these 2 ideas, everything changed. I stopped asking, is this clean? And started asking, will this help my fat loss progress? That one mindset shift made fat loss feel 10 times easier. 3, not getting enough protein throughout the day. Protein is the bodyguard of fat loss. It is the thing that keeps you full, calm, and steady. Most people think protein is only about building muscle, but that is a tiny part of the story. The real magic is that protein slows down hunger before it takes control of your day. If you ever finish a meal and feel hungry again 20 or 30 minutes later, that is almost always a protein problem. Without protein, your body burns through the meal fast and asks for more and more and more. For someone who gains weight quickly, that's a disaster. When I finally treated protein like a rule instead of a suggestion, everything changed. I didn't wait to be in the mood. I didn't hope I would remember. I treated it like a seatbelt. You don't think about a seatbelt, you just use it every single time. Once I did that with protein, my hunger stopped controlling my day. 4, letting hunger build up too much. Hunger is not a test you win by suffering. Hunger is a spring. The deeper you push it down, the harder it bounces back. When you let hunger build up too much, your brain flips into emergency mode and pushes you to eat way more than you planned. And when that happens, discipline doesn't stand a chance. People think I'll eat less now and fix it later, but that never works. Because when hunger snaps, it snaps hard. You go from calm to out of control in seconds. And it's not because you're weak. It's because your brain is trying to protect you. Keeping hunger steady is easier than fighting it once it explodes. Small meals that keep you stable beat giant meals that leave you starving afterwards. Once you understand this, fat loss feels smoother, not like a daily war. 5, drinking water too late in the day. Water is one of the simplest tools for fat loss, and yet people use it wrong. They drink water, but they drink it too late. Water in the afternoon is like charging your phone when it's already at 5%. You waited too long. Your body needs water early to wake up your system, help digestion and calm hunger, also stabilize your energy. When you skip water in the morning, your body spends hours in a low energy, high hunger state. That makes everything harder. And by the time you remember to drink, the damage is already done. One glass in the morning can change your entire day. It sounds simple, almost stupidly simple, but the difference is massive. People who drink early have calmer hunger, steadier energy, and fewer cravings. The people who don't feel like they're fighting the whole day. 6. Training against your body instead of with it. This one needs to be said clearly. The workout of a lean person and the workout of someone who gains weight fast are not the same in difficulty. Even if the exercises are identical, the movements are the same. The effort required is not. People who gain weight fast need more consistency, more movement across the week, and more intentional cardio to control hunger, stabilize energy, and burn fat through repetition. It isn't unfair, it's just how the body works. The mistake isn't doing too much or too little. The mistake is training without understanding your own needs. A naturally lean guy can wing it, he can skip days, do whatever workout he feels like, and still stay the same. For someone like us, skipping exercise means feeling heavy and slow the next day. And here's where most people go wrong. They train like someone whose body doesn't fight them. Consistent cardio helps endomorph-type bodies more than people think. Not insane cardio, just simple, repeatable movement that keeps fat loss steady. Strength training builds the muscle that keeps your body burning calories. And daily movement, walks, steps, fasted cardio, keeps your appetite under control. The real mistake is not matching your training to your biology. Once you do, fat loss becomes smoother instead of chaotic. 7. Relying on willpower instead of structure. Willpower is the most overrated tool in fat loss. People think willpower is everything, but willpower is fuel, and fuel runs out fast. Some days you have it, some days you don't. And if your entire plan depends on motivation, you're always one bad morning away from falling off. Structure is the opposite. Structure does not depend on mood, motivation, or energy. Structure is a simple routine that stays the same no matter what. The same meals, the same schedule, the same habits, repeated enough times that they become automatic. When I stopped depending on willpower and started depending on structure, everything changed. Fat loss stopped feeling like a battle I had to fight every day. It became something I repeated without thinking. And that's when results finally became consistent. My entire transformation changed the day I understood how my body reacts to food, hunger, and training. That's why I created a free guide called 7 Steps that got me out of obesity. Inside it, I walk you through the exact steps I used in my own journey. And if you're not sure what your body type actually is, I show a simple trick in the guide that helps you figure it out in seconds. Once you know which body type you have, everything finally becomes clear. You stop guessing, trying random strategies, and you finally understand why certain things don't work for you even though they work for others. It's the kind of clarity I wish I had years earlier. The link is in the description. Go there and see it for yourself. And the truth is, once those small mistakes are out of the way, everything finally starts to make sense. Your hunger feels calmer. Your days stop feeling like a fight. And fat loss becomes something you guide instead of something you chase. You don't need extreme discipline, and you don't need to suffer through the process. You just need a routine that works with your body instead of against it. When you fix the tiny things that quietly hold you back, your effort finally counts. And that's when you realize the problem was never that you weren't trying hard enough. It was that nobody ever showed you how to make your body work for you instead of constantly pushing you the other way.